Hey y'all, Jamie here, proud 56-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, y'all, I was at my nephew's 5th birthday party in 1998, and it was at my stepfather's house. Yes, my own personal Michael Myers. This man terrorized me my entire childhood and, frankly, a large chunk of my adult life as well. But anyway, he had supposedly turned a new leaf at this point in time, and my sisters begged me to please just come for my nephew's sake. So I did. I went to several functions at his house because of them. Because he was their father. He was both of my sister's father, and he was my nephew's grandfather. And I did what I felt like I had to do at the time. So his 5th birthday rolls around. My stepfather gives my nephew a go kart for his 5th birthday present. You would think no big deal, except it was exactly what he gave me for my 5th birthday, the year he started raping me at gunpoint. Yeah, you heard that right. The year he started raping me at gunpoint from the ages of 5 to 7, including kidnapping me at 6 and sticking a gun in my mouth. Um, it triggered me when I saw him give my nephew this go kart. I had immediate flashbacks of my own go kart and what happened the day I got it, and like it all just flashed through my brain. And I was looking at my nephew, and here's this little precious 5-year-old, blonde hair, blue eyes. My eyes are green, but still light eyes, blonde hair, light eyes. Very much he favors me. Like my nephew definitely looked like he could have been my son, not just my nephew. So I was triggered by this. Now, I had never spoken to a soul at this particular point. I was 28 years old. I had no, excuse me, I was 27 still, about to turn 28 years old. And I had never told a soul about what Jerry Lynn, my stepfather, did to me as a kid. So I never said anything until I was 30. Okay. So I still didn't say anything this time. What I did do was I pulled both of my sisters aside and I said, listen, especially my sister Deanne. My sister Deanne wasn't my nephew's mother, but she was my sister that was a lesbian. And so her and I had a special bond because of me being trans and her being a lesbian. And so I pulled her aside mainly and I was like, Deanne, girl, you've got to make sure that little Milton, I said, he's not left alone with him, is he? Now that should have told them all they really needed to know, but they both kind of looked at me. They gave me this look, and I was like, y'all remember our childhoods, right? Because it was no big secret that this man terrorized us through our childhoods. Like they knew that. They didn't know the extent, but they knew he terrorized us throughout our childhoods. So they said, no, we're not going to. My sister Deanne said that Daphne, my other sister, his mother, never left them alone together, and that, she was watchful and there was never any signs that anything was wrong at that point in time. And so, yeah, I mean, I just filed it away. I mentally filed it away. And my stepfather, he's a hard subject. He got away with giving him the go kart that year. He did. He was never allowed to be alone with my nephew, by the way. Just for the record, he was never allowed to be alone with my nephew. When things came out later when I was 30 and my sisters and I finally did talk about all of this, he had gotten a hold of both of them too. Jerry Lynn had taken the innocence of me and both of my sisters, his biological daughters, all when we were little kids. So that's why they never left my nephew alone with him. Thank God. Unfortunately, someone did get their hands on my nephew when he was a little kid. We don't know who. We don't know what happened. He's never talked about it. But from the time he hit puberty on, he's acted out very inappropriately sexually. And he went to prison later as an adult for rape. So that's kind of. I love my nephew. Let me be clear. I do love my nephew, but he's a deeply troubled boy, you know, a young man now. But yeah, he's deeply troubled. So anyway, my birthday rolls around that summer or that late that spring in May, And I am working at Le Roundup at 819 St. Louis Street in the French Quarter. And one night I'm at the bar and I'm there with my good friend Felina. And I am waiting to go on duty. Like I was going to be working from 10:30 at night till like 6:30 in the morning. So I was there, this was about 10 o'clock. And me and Felina are sitting there at the bar, and a young girl that works at Papa Joe's, female impersonators over on Bourbon Street, came into the bar named LaWanda. LaWanda was a beautiful, tall, thin, young black woman trans woman, who was very young, very new to the scene, but she was hardcore. Listen, she was hardcore. And she was a riot. Like she was an absolute riot, life of the party. She was always like she had like a really larger than life personality. So she comes in the bar one night, this particular night, when me and Felina are sitting there. And we're laughing and we're sitting there talking, and LaWanda just stops and she says, Miss Jamie, I can't do this. She said, I can't stand here and pretend to be your friend to your face, knowing what I've done to you. I'm not proud of it. I didn't mean for it to happen. And I did get drunk, but that's not an excuse. I took your husband, Mickey, home with me the other night and we had sex. And if y'all want to know what happened next, darling, y'all know the routine. Be here next time and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. I will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.